I'll keep trying to get this Facebook Live. So I can't get on that right now. So I need people to call in. Let me know your thoughts, your input. What's going on. What's going on? Call in. Because again, I did 8 interviews. Yeah, Fremont.
Come on, Chairman and co-host.
Hey, Fremont.
I know you want to discuss.
I said Fremont.
So I know you're going to be talking about John Neville's murder in prison being choked, and when you talk about it, I just want to if you can give your views on what this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, countless numbers of footage that's always being released after the fact. This happened in December 1st, 2019. And a lot of us are just hearing about it now, with 6-7 months after the fact, so they can get their stories together. Ahmaud Arbery happened after we found out after the fact. Breonna Taylor, we found out after the fact. What do you? I just want you to, elaborate more. It's kind of rhetorical, like just basically, yeah, they got to get their shit together. They got to come up with some type of game plan. They got to, but why do you think it's so common that happens like that?
John, I'm glad you said the name, because to be honest with you, I've been ripping and running, and these names and dates. I mean, flood through my mind. So what I'm saying. And like I said, I do about 5-6 interviews a day, and just the John Neville's. And those who have not seen the video footage, I do call for you to check the video footage out. And deal is, we're talking about the machinery of this system. It's not. It's like a car engine. So the different dynamics, the players involved, and as you just noted, in regards to the attempt to do damage control. In many cases, they attempt to let the sentiments. They live the correct time to release the political football. In other words, study the climate. It's something that it's too hot. Because as soon as people get it, the response. Because in many cases, we see footage. It's like they, when it's pointed out that they don't want it. They want to do damage control. Whether they get the particular family members to give out a different narrative, so on and so forth, and just even the climate have to be right. Like even that is forced to have these conversations, and that's the type to have these discussions. Because we see now, as opposed to in the recent past, just the balance, get in certain, police, or those streets, or the prison guards, their names, their history. It's a climate now where, as we say, the emperor has no clothes on. And we say, this climate, it could be over tomorrow. We don't know. But in the meantime, between time, it's important that we seize the time. That we force, because there are no statute of limitations on terrorism, no statute of limitations on murders, and so many things that have been swept under the rug or not acknowledged. That we seize the time and say, okay, man, run it. A lot of times people talk about information when it's a contradiction, when it's becomes stale, or when it becomes a safe subject. We have to run it, and then also run it in a way that is connected to right now. It's still relevant. Even if it wasn't that case, to heighten the contradictions and put it in context, what particular camp, what particular prison, what type, the history of the guards, the role that they do, how they move around. So again, because when we do these cases, whether it be about the land grabs, some people euphemistically refer to the gentrification, whether it be about the case of police terrorism, is political prisoners. The deal is it may be one individual's name or a group or case, a campaign that we're working on, but it's symbolic, it's reflective of what's going on, the murders of our people, ongoing. How the system get down on us. Like we say, even we talk about, Chairman Fred, assassinated Chairman Fred, at Mark Clark. We do it in such an objective way that people are able to relate to us. Like, man, they killing us, they doing it to us. But that was a blatant example. The case of John Neville was a blatant example how the system operates with us. So it's important that we seize the time that we know. All those entities that are complicit, not just the guards and the film crew, the nurses administration, the ward, and all different dynamics. What type of responses? How so how do the prisoners see this? What does this instill in the psychological in the psychology? The psyche of those who are around. How do we view it? How do we see that? And have the actual discussion. And not just draws a foregone conclusion. People say that that's wrong, so that we seize the time. How did you see this case? Individual, chained and gagged up. Literally murdered. We live in the record frame on radio, y'all. Making history, taking history, taking history. Go ahead, Coles.
It's a lot of and even that again.
No, I was saying, go ahead.
It's a lot of tactics and methods that they use and torturous methods like the restraining chair. It's been just with that some cases going on where one guy was paid repeatedly and the officer was like, I'm gonna do it to the batteries guy. Like I'm gonna keep chasing you. You restrained. I didn't dig deep into the how it restrains you and how it keeps you bound. But just looking at it, it looks like some medieval type shit. And then they put the thing over your head. I think it's called spit something. So you can't spit or bite or something like that. But it was a case with let me see. This 58-year-old man named Anthony Huff, he was locked up public intoxication. They put him in a restraining chair. He was in there for over 48 hours without medical attention, water, or food, and he died. Another man, also named Andrew Holland, same thing. They kept him in there for over 46 hours. He ended up Neville. The sheriff apologized for the incident. He apologized the day before the video was released, and now he wants to name part of the jail after John Neville. It seems like a very insulting after the fact. But he wants to name the jail in honor of John Neville.
Yes.
And so we're doing it as a reminder to let them know that life is paramount in how we do business.
Wow. Well, we just they even how it's a policy that when the police beat you, they would say stop resisting, and that training that's always to flip the script, flip the narrative on saying who's the criminal, who's the victim. I'm even that quote unquote proposal about naming the wing after I would be if it's put in the correct political context, the terms and the site he was executed at, the ground zero, the whole dynamic. I don't really want to go that far. They won't probably do it in a way that still benefits them. But that's that location should be summed up politically. What do you recall what cap that was in particular? What prison?
Forsyth County Jail. Forsyth County, North Carolina Jail.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be ideal if all the tentacles of the system, the school system, the media, the whole, and an open investigation, because again, this ain't their first time doing that, sure, yeah. What about this case on not the switch lanes, stay in the same lane? What about this case of these children? Was that in Wall Stack? Did you see what? I think we played the recording where the children were shot at by the police. You get to that?
No, I did not.
Okay. It's a case where I think we played the recording where the children were pulled over. The pigs. I can't recall what this is at. Callers, if y'all can't call in, y'all input on that too. Yeah. Y'all forgive me, I'm body. Yes, indeed.
That is good.
There it feels. Conrad, we got any callers in queue? Let me get this out. Thing up there. Remo.
Callers in queue. Callers, if you'd like to come into queue, please press 1.
Remo. My battery low and it's Remo. Facebook battery low.
I had to charge mine up. I've been ripping and running too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hopefully it lasts the whole show.
Something else I'll talk about too. I should combine these other shows with our show tonight, because I can't get none of the questions off this Facebook. I can't tune in. So calls again, y'all got to work with us though. I know in the questions.
I don't know if you got around to talking about him though. You were mentioning the J.W. Lucas guy. That was a producer who was saying to run the black group.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's a touch.
Well, yeah, the white producer on his claim to fame is that he produced a lot of the different young artists right now today. Nothing, just the arrogance of, what I'm saying. I mean, it should be. That's in many of these situations behind the scenes. What I'm saying, the different, the electoral politics and music, the boardrooms, you name it. Individuals such as J.W. Lucas that breeds a cockiness and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, we just see what's going on with the faces we see. This is, again, electoral politics. People, Brad, we got a black police superintendent. We got black this and black that. Black rapper is famous, but again, those for lack of better terms, the producers, the managers, the handlers. In many cases, control the words that are being put out. The policy that are being put out. So y'all check it out about J.W. Lucas and the arrogance. How he did his last contradiction about his issues with the black community organized, so on and so forth. And it opens other discussion, but that of self-determination should we to speak on our own terms. So y'all check, I encourage y'all to check that out.
And who is he around that makes them feel that comfortable? To even feel to have that much arrogance that you can just spew out the stuff saying.
Yes, indeed. The machinery of it that people that we have to acknowledge, because again, it's done the way that many of the front faces or the black faces they're taught to believe that they're in charge of making some decisions. And one of America's policies, America's definition of democracy is to let others have their way. Again, let others have their way. America has a way of, going to Afghanistan and Iraq, and the people demand more, and have it the way the people say, we demand more Coca-Cola, we demand more American soldiers. Come through our colonized communities. We demand more street cameras, so on and so forth. So America is phenomenal with that dynamic of of putting that facade, that front of freedom. And so it's interesting when different opportunities, when the string pullers come behind closed doors. You see, this is why this music is being made. This why why certain athletes cannot support certain causes. This person this arrogant to say this in public. What the sentiments they've expressed behind closed doors, with these different artists and athletes, one-on-one. So it's important we see the time that this. I can't get in.
And we coming up on the 6th. So yeah, we did come up on the 6th anniversary of Mike Brown.
Yes. August 9th. Get my dates mixed up. Okay. Well, August 7th, Jonathan Jackson in Marion County Courthouse was assassinated, along with many others, many of which are still last to held captive. Long-held political prisoner Rochelle C.Q. McGee. August 21st,